99.9 Virgin Radio.
We are so thrilled to welcome to the studio a 21-year Raptors broadcasting vet. If you've ever watched a game, you've heard his voice, you love the man, you know the man, Jack Armstrong. Yay! Morning, Jack.
Oh. Hello, good morning.
We are so happy to have you here.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here.
So Jack, we got to talk to this. I know you're here to give access to the VIP section of Jurassic Park, which is amazing. But we got to ask you about a bunch of stuff first. So you brought in a basketball this morning, and it's got a bunch of signatures on it. What's the deal with the basketball?
Well, it's they're going to be giving Coors Light. Our good friends at Coors Light are going to be giving multiple basketballs to folks in the Toronto Raptor organization, signed by fans.
Oh,
so we're going to have you guys, each of you, sign this ball eventually before we leave. So. If you guys still, are you okay with penmanship?
I'm terrible penmanship, but I hope it doesn't matter.
I think my signature is going to decrease the value of the ball, but we'll be okay.
You're all right? You can handle it.
People forget this. The Raptors used to play at the Sky Dome, which felt like, it felt like an empty cavernous cage, because there was like 50,000 people that are supposed to be able to fit in there. And, they were a new team and they weren't great in those years. And then you did a couple games at Maple Leaf Gardens too.
We played at Maple Leaf Gardens as well. And I remember we had, I'll never forget when we did a game at Maple Leaf Gardens, we had Denzel Washington come on the air with us.
Oh, no way.
During the game. He was here filming a movie. And I'll never forget, he came on the air and joined us during I can't remember who the Raptors played that day, but and then we obviously moved into the arena, which used to be called Air Canada Centre, now the Scotiabank Arena. And the first game I ever did was Vince Carter's rookie game.
Wow.
Cool. And the amazing thing, Vince Carter's still playing. 21 years in, he's still playing. So it's been an amazing ride, and I'm so thrilled for the Raptors, obviously, and the fans have just been sensational.
We talk about the atmosphere at the Rogers Center when the Jays were, when the Raps were playing there in the first couple of years, and now fast forward to Game 6. The other night, they punched their ticket to the finals. What was that like?
It was, in a lot of ways, really emotional for a lot of people because when you're connected with it for that long a period of time and you see all the struggles and the challenges that any organization or team goes through, you kind of reflect on the journey and how difficult it was. And at the same time, there was just absolute joy and utter jubilation in the building, outside the building, coming out. I mean, post-game, you were on the air for, an hour and a half doing TV interviews and social stuff. And by the time you get out of the building, you figure, it's going to be quiet outside. It was absolute bedlam.
Yeah.
You walk out of the arena, all the cars are honking their horns, and people are just... it's like New Year's Eve.
It was crazy.
And the problem is, I got out, like people say, hey, we got to have a glass of, a glass of champagne or something to celebrate. And I'm looking around, I'm like, everybody's way into the celebration. And I'm showing up, I'm completely...
Well, you have to be gassed at that point, too, right? You've done a broadcast.
Oh, no, it's exhausting. But it's fun. Again, there's so many... And when you go through a playoff run, you play Orlando, then you play Philly, and then you play Milwaukee.
Yeah.
There's a lot of travel involved, and it's a roller coaster ride. There are days where the team plays very well. There are other days where the team struggles, and it's a difficult ride to go through, but a fun one nonetheless.
Especially when you start to get excited and talking, I feel like I'm watching television. Like your voice is so trippy. I wanted to ask if you think Drake's going to behave himself tonight.
I think he will.
Yeah.
Here's my thing about Drake, and he's a tremendous basketball fan. He's really into it. And to me, when I talk to him, he's a knowledgeable basketball fan.
Hold on, you get to talk to Drake, which we're very jealous of. I have to be.
He sits right next to us, but he's really into it.
Yeah.
And I always use the line. There's a lot of people that are a mile wide and an inch thick. They know a little bit about a lot, but they don't know a whole lot.
Yeah.
Whereas I think he's a guy that shows up and he actually knows what he's watching. Yeah. He's educated about it. He's passionate about it. And to me, I'd rather reel a guy like that in a notch than a lot of people that sit courtside that sit on their hands and, look at their cell phone and eat their sushi and talk about their stock portfolio.
Yeah.
I want people out of their seats and fired up and really into it.
Yeah.
So for a guy like Drake, I find it refreshing because he cares, he loves his city, he loves his team. And, that's easy. To say, hey, can you tone it back one notch? That's cool.
Yeah.
It's the other people I got to ramp up.
That's what I love.
We do have a bit of that in this city, where it's like, everybody sit down and be quiet and enjoy the game.
No, we don't want that.
No, we don't want that. Absolutely not. Now, Raptors fans have actually done a great job with that. But
now, Jack, some people in the city, Adam and myself included, have been trying to push the agenda since they changed the name of the ACC to the Scotiabank Arena. Some people are trying to get the nickname the Scosh going. So here's what we would like
Jack,
you to do.
that's not a thing.
Jack is not into this.
No, look at him.
I think I'll get in trouble if I do that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
You can
sponsorships
say
and
it, though.
whatnot.
Look, Jack and Jax, we're in this together.
Jack and
Rogers.
Jax, that's right.
I have no clout.
J
I can't say it.
in the
J
house.
squared. That's right.
So what do you call it? The what?
Oh, it's not just me. It's the entire city.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
The Scosh.
Uh-huh.
So if you could say that on the broadcast, that'd be great.
I think I'd be getting a letter from the folks at Scotiabank and Tangerine.
They paid just a little bit for that, didn't
they paid a lot of money on that.
So, Jack, tell us about this Coors Light experience, because we're talking about Jurassic Park, but VIP style, right?
Oh, it's going to be unbelievable. I mean, you think about the fact that you guys are going to give away 2 passes.
We can do that right now.
For tonight's game.
Yep.
For the Coors Light Mountain Park and Mountain Peak patio, which is right out there, and it's just a prime viewing location. And
it's like sitting like Drake with his friends during that last
he
game.
got right up on stage.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
That's how he rolls, though.
Well, that's how you're going to roll if you call us right now.
I'm going to be up on the stage tonight. I'm going to come out there and fire up the fans a little bit for a few minutes.
Are you going to be like Messiah a couple years ago and go?
No F-bomb.
No F-bomb? Okay, cool.
But you know what? You think about it. When Messiah said that, he said, blank, Brooklyn. Guess where I grew up? Brooklyn. So I'm like, wait a minute. I want us to beat Brooklyn, too. But that's where I grew up.
Okay, so
I've had people tell me, F me. I can get that. But don't do it to poor Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn, they said.
9th caller through to 416-872-9999. You're going to get these 2 passes to the Coors Light Mountain Peak patio. And Jack, you were going to say something.
No, if you haven't had a chance, the good friends at Coors Light have a social video, and it kind of gives you, it's called Dear Toronto Raptors, and it gives you a great feel for the whole vibe.
Oh, yeah.
There in the square. It's well worth checking out. It's
Amazing.
awesome.
Amazing. And before you go.
I'm going?
Well, you don't have to go. Well, you can hang out with the winner for us, but can we just get that garbage out of here?
Sure, no problem.
All right. Ready?
You ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Get that garbage out of here.
Yeah!
More hit music
Starts next.